to open the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, first on the first on the agenda is a public hearing, Mark Miola, Miola Wayside Ice Cream.
Do you want to read the?
I'm gonna recuse myself because the engineer and I have done business.
Yep.
So you three will be.
West Boylston Conservation Commission, public hearing notice. The public hearing will be held in accordance with the general law, chapter 131, section 40, the Wetlands Protection Act, on the application of Mark Miola, Miola's Wayside Ice Cream, Inc., request for determination of applicability for shrub and tree clearing for land maintenance purposes in the designated area behind the existing building at 201 West Boylston Street, West Boylston, Mass. Public hearing will be held on Monday, June 3rd, 2019, at 7 p.m. at the West Boylston Town Offices, 140 Worcester Street, West Boylston, Massachusetts.
Julie?
And that goes back to Toby.
Hi, I'm Julian Vitruva
Hi.
from New England Environmental Design. This is Michael, works with me. What we have is this piece of property up between West Boylston Street and Worcester Street. I've flagged the wetlands, I've located the 100-foot buffer, the 200-foot primary protection zone from the river, 400-foot protection zone from the river, and the area that Mr. Miola, and by the way, he couldn't make it, he had a death in the family, so he can't make it today, he's somewhere.
It's understandable.
So, and what we're looking to do is to be able to go right up to this, point right here and clean the brush as I get it
So you're gonna go up to
outlined.
the 200?
Right up to the 200-foot line, so we don't have to deal with
Oh,
the
okay.
DCF.
Cool.
And we don't deal with the rivers bill. So he just wants to clean all the brush out of this way.
So technically, Julian, the way I see it is that, our jurisdiction stops here at 100 feet. So they're really out of our jurisdiction.
Well, but if it's determination of applicability, it can be a negative, which means we don't have anything to say about it.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what we'd look to.
Yep.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we're not.
So we're
So
gonna
when
give
he
you,
goes in there with the brush hogs and the.
so long as he stays out of that 100 feet here,
Mhm.
anything in here, you know, we're gonna give you a negative
Yeah.
determination.
Okay,
And,
that works.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mm.
That was easy.
there was a plan that was stuffed in here.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was in Holden, it was in the middle.
Holden.
oh, that's where that went.
What's this one? This isn't Holden, this doesn't have anything to do with
That's
it.
all right. All right.
We have a vote on that there?
I make a motion that we make a negative determination for the request for applicability for the Neola project.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I got one other thing to, if I could take a moment of you guys' time. This is down on West Boylston Street.
Do you, before you go further with that, did you want us to keep these plans?
Yeah, you can keep those for your records. so-
Toby,
That will go in the file.
could
Yeah.
you give that to her, please?
Yes.
Thanks.
This is on West Boylston Street, and we spoke a little bit about this at the last meeting. I did quite a bit more work on this. This is existing what's
Talk
there.
about this is the culvert one, right?
Yep. This is what's existing there, and then this is what we're proposing to do. So existing, I'll just highlight, there's a spot right here.
Was this what was Zito's?
This is behind that restaurant that,
Was Zito's or whatever, the
Yeah.
hot dog?
Was
place?
the-
Yeah,
what-
Yeah,
you're
now
right.
it's a
Now it's
Cajun
NOLA.
seafood.
Nola.
place.
New Orleans,
Yeah, no, Cajun
Cajun.
food, right?
New Orleans food. So the owner of the restaurant is different than the owner of the land. Spiro,
He was the one who came last month,
yes.
the owner of the
He's
property.
the owner of the property. He couldn't make it also tonight. But I said, what I wanna do before I submit this, I just wanna go through this one more time, with the board, just to, cause it's kind of a unique situation here. We can only propose stuff in our boundaries. This is our boundaries. We've got this whole parking lot over here dumping without an easement onto this property.
That's where, Dollar Tree is.
No, I know where it is.
And then it comes
Kayla, do
through
you know-
this
You know where that is?
excavated area, all the overburden is sitting right here on the side of the hill on top of some of it's on top of the existing asphalt that was there. What we're proposing to do is get rid of this problem and put a pipe between here and these two pipes. This is coming from way up on the hill,
Mhm.
diverting the old brook, and it comes around and then it goes into this wetland. So, what we found since the last month, I went out there and we did some survey in this area, and this is all silt. Big area of silt that's been washing in pretty much
What, from down the road?
from down the road, from up the road,
Or up the road, right?
from up the road. It's incredible how much there is. So,
That must have just been from buildup of like
just from
winter sanding.
sand there, years of stuff, washing out the edge of the road, they fix it and washes out, cause it's just paved through. What we're proposing to do, because I can't really do anything outside of my boundary, but I'd like to put a manhole in this spot right here, a manhole on the end of this, even though there's no easement for their drainage to come through here. Spiro says, all I wanna do is level this out and maybe get some more parking for my property. And get rid of this, you can kinda see it right here, this is the edge of the puddle. And why that's happening is the out is 25 hundredths of a foot higher.
Yeah, we
Then-
talked about that the last meeting.
Right.
You wanna go with a 48-inch pipe.
Right, actually, we can get away with a 36-inch pipe, and
Okay.
it'll offset it.
And we also talked about, where's my pen? We,
There we go.
thank you. We also talked about putting a double
Catch basin, right here,
catch basin here.
Yep.
Correct?
that's what I got.
Yeah.
Double catch basin going into this.
So, what do you wanna do? You wanna put a manhole here?
Yeah, just because we're gonna connect from this
Yep.
from this 15-inch to here, put in the 36-inch pipe,
Go into the catch basin
put
here.
a manhole here and a catch basin here, and then everything will be graded to this is the low point, right here's the new low point,
Right here,
right there,
not here.
not there.
That's gonna be a manhole.
Yep.
This is gonna be a double
Catch-
catch.
Double catch basin with a sump.
Mhm.
So we'll catch all the runoff, because there's a lot of runoff coming this way and going here, and this way and going here.
And this is all in his jurisdiction,
And this is all in,
his property line.
well, this isn't. But I could move that right here if you want.
Well, I'm just thinking, is that in the
Whose
town?
property?
That's in the town right away. But we're catching more of town right away than we are, so I could slide it.
I can't answer that, because if this is gonna be in town right away, you might wanna check with the DPW.
So then I think I might just do this. We'll put it right there on our line, on our side, and then the water will come in like this,
And that drains to
and like
where?
this. Then it drains into this into this manhole
Yep.
and goes downstream.
Eventually that goes into the brook.
Okay.
But just for what's happening on this side of the road, some maintenance has to be done. This is gonna.
But whose
eventually-
property is that?
I will find out. Bob Chase
Will,
knew who it
will
was.
more water be going into that catch basin?
Nope, then it's going there now, nope,
Nope, same amount?
no, same amount, the same amount, there's nothing else has changed.
Okay.
This is all asphalt right now. This has all been degraded, it's almost a broken asphalt everywhere else. And then this is
That'll solve that
a,
problem. nicely.
a mosquito swamp right there.
Mm.
So the only extra that we're gonna be adding is of gravel would be right in this here, which is almost an insignificant amount.
You gonna run an N12 pipe on that?
Yeah,
N12, it's a type of
So-
pipe.
so it's strong enough to handle traffic.
Same size as the pipe coming in?
No, this one's gonna be bigger,
Okay.
only because this one's 15 inches, but I wanna offset the size in this cross-section here. You'll see that this pipe, this is actually lower than the out, so keeping crown to crown, the water will find its way to this 36-inch through this manhole.
You're always gonna have water in the pipe.
There's always gonna be a little bit of water in the pipe.
You concerned about any freezing in the winter?
No. And
How
we have a
deep are-
manhole to be able to access it so that,
How deep will it be?
probably
This is 4 feet right
four,
here.
Oh, okay,
4.5 feet.
okay.
So they're pretty shallow.
And then the whole top will be level, will it be
Will be
paved
level
or?
You'd probably end up paving it, I would think, to make it so it's not a dust bowl and a,
Julian, you proposing to do this relatively soon?
I think he'd like to as soon as he gets the okay from you guys. So I was gonna submit, get the details I need, a little bit more details on this, and submit it as a notice of intent, because from this point, this is the 100 foot, I got the 100 foot, I thought I had it.
that a
No, that's a
contour?
contour. I thought I had the 100-foot, setback. Well, I'll add that to it. So
So,
we're we're working in the buffer zone, because I'm calling this a drainage conveyance swale right now. I'm not calling this a wetland because it's got a lot of bad stuff in there.
so, all right, you fixed this here, what are you gonna do about that?
It's on his
Nothing, I'm
property.
just making it aware of everybody. The water's working its way. Right now, it's flowing, but it's definitely
I wonder
because
why
of
is that?
all this
I wonder if that's,
in here. It looks like a lot of material goes in here, hits this is all silted up.
Across the street.
yeah,
Yeah, across Danielle.
across Danielle,
Probably where,
Dairy Queen owns this piece,
behind Dairy Queen, like,
right behind Dairy Queen. The
Dairy-
parking lot that the
Dairy,
carrot
the
lady.
guy that owns Dairy Queen owns that property.
oh, he does?
He's a lawyer. Same guy that owns it.
Well, I'll get the names of who's what.
Will there be any drainage from the, new top, from
Nope,
any runoff?
It's all gonna, this is only, no, that's 75 feet from there, that's only about 60 feet from here to here.
All
It's just gonna,
graded, so it'll pitch down
it's
to the
gonna be
catch
graded,
basin.
so it all goes to this catch basin that has a sump.
Okay, that's what it was.
So now,
I didn't know
all
how to
the
ask
silt
it,
that's
yeah.
been going in here could be cleaned, so stop
Yeah, right,
dumping.
right.
So it's an improvement, that's why I'm
So
gonna
he-
also propose it as a redevelopment of an area.
So he's going to, he's gonna have to maintain that.
Yep, I'm gonna slide it over here, I'm just gonna move it right to here, and he'll maintain it.
I'm sorry?
The owner of
The
the
owner,
property.
I can't think of his last name.
His first name is Spiro,
Spiro has to
It's-
maintain
it's
it,
a-
okay.
it's a long name, I don't want to pronounce it incorrectly. Generalopoulos. SEG Group LLC is the actual deed. So I just wanted to bring this one more time to show you, this is, so I'll get all the information.
Yeah,
and
get all the
send it.
information, get all your final, come back to us next month, and
Okay,
we'll go from there.
that will do, that works. Thank you very much. That was easy.
Thanks, Julie.
Thank you, Lynn.
All is going good.
There's a signature sheet for that.
Thank you.
And I,
Okay, we've got the signature sheet for that.
But he took my pen.
And
oh,
then,
this is my pen.
No, he took my
Should I
pen.
just pass
Oh,
this
he,
around
I
now
thought he handed
too?
you a pen.
Yeah, he was a special?
I
You
did.
like them now? Should we pass
Yes,
that
thank you.
around?
Slide on it.
So Toby, did you say that we were gonna get updated cards?
Probably in another couple of months they're gonna
Right.
send them, but that's not till we pay the dues again, so.
Got it.
Details,
Classic. Classic.
Cool.
May I use your pen?
You can.
Thank you. I only have a pen for an iPad.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, that's done. Anybody read the minutes of the meeting?
I did, everything was good with me.
No, because I wasn't even here, so I wouldn't know if they were good, bad, or indifferent.
Oh, there's only two people.
So, yeah, so we'll just put him off the next month.
We'll have to continue.
I mean, I can read them and say sure, but
You
I mean,
can't,
I
no,
don't know.
no. Doesn't make it.
I
no,
wasn't
just-
That's
Here,
fine,
so I
we'll,
don't
we'll
know.
pass over it.
We'll just pass it on
Yeah,
this
okay.
Can't do Bill Chase's plans for the for the trails.
one.
Poison ivy, Kayla?
Yeah, so I guess I'm waiting on Bill to figure out, because Butch left, he was trying to figure out exactly how much of that space that's occupied by poison ivy is DCR versus West Boylston's land. So I was waiting on him on that, but I didn't wanna bug him, so, I don't know. I guess I should bug him, I don't know. But then he also let me know that, he like knew somebody in a group or something that was probably willing to fund the project.
Who,
And
who said that?
Oh, yeah,
Bill.
Oh, Bill.
Bill had a friend or a colleague in a group.
from the school committee, I think
Yes,
it
some
was.
group, I forget what
Yeah.
committee or,
Yeah, he
To
said
fund
it
that?
was somebody
Really?
in the school
it's a
committee.
fund.
And how, what are they gonna do, fund the goats?
Fund, yeah, whatever the project cost is, like half of it or.
Well, we're talking about
Interest.
the money for the goats.
Yes, yes. So I also was gonna figure, I was, I came here to figure out that with him, but I should I give him a call after?
Oh, he's, I guess he hurt his back.
Okay,
But you can
So-
still talk to him, so just, yeah, call him and, make arrangements with him, what you think we should do, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about it next meeting.
cool. Because, the only thing that in order to get like an actual physical proposal and get the ball moving with the, or rolling with the goatscaping project is, we need total acreage. So that was like the last missing piece, is that he was gonna figure out, again, how much of the land is ours versus DCR's.
You also gotta figure out how to pay for it.
Right, and then that's what that was another thing, is that he had that connect, he said, so I didn't know much about that. So I was gonna inquire about that, but again, I don't have much on
Yeah,
that.
give him a couple of days and call him,
Okay, will do.
okay?
You should be able to answer a phone.
Any questions on that, Emily?
No.
John?
Do you have a phone number for him? I don't think I have a contact
Thank you.
for him. I got a notepad here. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I have his number.
Yeah, cause ideally we wanna, if we do the roadscaping project, we want it to be like in June or July, August, like at the latest.
Thanks.
Thank you. So we do wanna get the ball rolling on that because it is the perfect time of year for it.
Update on Briarwood open space?
It's all done, everything's all set, everything's, been recorded, everybody's signed off on it, so.
We're all done with that.
We're all done with it.
Signing a signature sheet required for our county office.
I don't know if we wanna continue this, cause,
That's so anybody can sign it, right? Pay, for your
Yeah.
payroll?
and there has to be a vote. So, I mean, unless you wanna just assume that Bill wants to do it that way, and then I can have him sign this.
We did it last year,
I think Bill did it last year.
Yeah.
I think we all signed it.
We all,
actually.
we all
Should have
voted
at
on it,
least
so
one
anybody
other
can,
name,
any one of
though.
us can sign
Right,
her
that's right.
payroll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, so I'll make a motion that we, vote on the same thing, so any one of us on the conservation can sign her payroll.
can sign our payroll.
Yep.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, second,
Second.
Second.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Alright,
So just one, or you gonna have us all sign?
have them all signed.
Okay.
I think we
that's fine.
did that last year.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So that anybody can.
Yeah,
Right, if
so-
something
so-
happens and Bill
Yeah,
can't,
yeah,
then somebody else can.
And then what, I'll just have him sign it, or when?
Well, you
come
sign,
in
yeah,
and
when
sign
he
it?
comes, when he comes in
Yeah.
Sunday and sign it, then everybody can sign it.
Okay.
Treasurer's report.
It's here, if anybody wants to look at it. See, this was all like mailed stuff he was gonna look at. Do you wanna look at the treasurer's report, or?
Well, I know we gave, the town gave us 1,500 or 1,800 at town meeting.
To put into our account?
Yeah. I think it's 1,500.
I think 18.
Was it 18? Yeah.
I think 18, yeah.
Okay. So, do you have a balance?
Let me get the, thing.
We're trying to make it self-sufficient, so, next year the town doesn't have to put anything.
Right.
You know, I can't even understand how they do this.
See, the thing of it is, too, John, we haven't had many come in to file and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
We haven't, not in the last 3 months, then, no.
Looks
It's
like
negative.
it's like 2,200, that's what it looks
Yeah.
like we have. Then that escrow thing is something else, but,
Yes, $2,255.
miscellaneous mail. Anybody wanna go through it?
I wouldn't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, again, there's, stuff there. I don't know if you just want Bill to go through it.
Why don't Bill, when he gets better, he can come in and he can review that. Next scheduled meeting is July 1st. Any other business?
Is there any other, public hearings coming up next month? Do you know?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have anything yet, so.
He might have his intent by next time, he might not, but
Yeah.
go for
Before
the other place.
Oh, yeah.
Before I make a motion to adjourn the meeting, I just have to ask you, Toby, because you've been here for some time. The road up the New Ross Circle, which is off of Prescott Street, do you know anything about the detention ponds, if, who's responsible on taking care of them? If there was anything in the initial permitting that he might have gotten when he, went through the planning board or whatever on maintaining them?
I know nothing about it.
So Dave, can I ask if we could send a letter to the planning board, finding out if they have jurisdiction over that? If not,
I think that's.
we should have, one of us should.
I think that's a good idea, and also too, even though it's not within our jurisdiction, I think it should be noted to the planning board that, they should look at the dimensions of the road to see if it corresponds with the, approval of the
Yeah.
permitting for the subdivision.
Yeah.
Any comments on that, guys?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's a street in town that was built and it's not approved yet, that we have a little concerns over if it was built according to where it's supposed to, and
Okay.
there's detention ponds, who's taking care of them, who's responsible for
Yep.
them?
And it's not just at the detention pond, we've talked about this before, like, there's a lot of properties in town that have detention ponds and no
Nobody
one's
takes care of
cleaned them. There's no maintenance of them.
We certainly have to do ours.
Yeah, but now you guys do it because you're privately funded, but like somebody like that development up there, and, what's that one?
Yeah, but
off
whoever
Riddle
owns the
Street there?
land has to
Oh,
pay
um,
for it.
Old Century,
Yeah, Old Century.
there's one down there, who does that?
Well,
Nobody,
that was supposed to be an association,
and then they went bankrupt,
they went bankrupt.
yeah,
So who's taking care of them now?
yeah,
I don't
that's,
think
Probably
anybody
nobody.
is.
that's what I'm saying, because it's all gonna come back into the West Boylston taxpayer,
Right,
because we're gonna end up having DPW go on there, clean them out,
Yep.
and be responsible for them, that's why we need to get a hold of.
Well, whoever owns the property should be the one
Well,
doing
right
it.
now, what happens when they turn it over to this, like, Old Century is already turned over to the town, that's a
Mhm.
public road.
see, this one, the one we're particularly talking about, Emily, is not turned over to the town as of yet. And before it does, we'd like to know who's responsible to maintain the detention ponds.
There's
You
gonna
know,
be some money put
in-
aside or
Yeah,
something.
something.
Yeah,
Is there association involved in that? And if there is, are they paying their dues to have the money to maintain them?
no, I think that's a good idea to
Yeah, cause the town
find
doesn't,
out.
town doesn't need another,
No.
something else to do.
No. Anything else? John?
Motion to adjourn,
Is this a record?
Second.
I know it.